So, this has been a minute, YouTube, hasn't it? Been a little bit since we've done this. Um, so I'm going to start this off. All right. Liberal news media. Yeah. I'm talking to you, Yahoo. I'm talking to you, MSNBC. I'm talking to you, CNN. So you want to act like Michael Jackson doesn't exist now? So you can have Bad Bunny at the top of your Super Bowl list? Hate to break it to you. 128 million, huh? That's all he got? And he's number one? What about Michael Jackson's 133.8? I fact checked you. Prove me wrong. You can't. That's why on the top 10 list, you removed him. And you put Bad Bunny at number one. He ain't even in number two. So you want to rewrite history and act like it doesn't exist. But let me tell you something. I remember when he was going for Super Bowl. It was at the time, if I remember right, you guys tried to pull the racial card out back then. And his hit song was, all I gotta say is that they don't really care about us. And he performed it there. But what's funny is one of his lyrics is, don't you black or white me. So the only difference is now, it ain't good enough for the blacks not to like the Americans. Now you need everybody else to hate Americans. That's what you need. That's what you want. See, you did it with the Asians. Well, that didn't work out so well. You tried it with the natives. That didn't work out so well. You have tried it with anybody in America, and it hasn't worked. So now you're trying to use a global scale to hate America. You go out and talk about ICE killing random people. People make stupid decisions. They win stupid prizes, right? You have the education system ruining our kids. Need them to go with your stupid propaganda, and one of them happens to be my child. Yeah. In Iowa, no less. She firmly believes that ICE is below the police department because her teachers told her that. Her teachers told her that. Okay, fruitcakes, listen up. Who runs ICE? Homeland Security. All right. Who also runs what? I'll wait. I'll give you that answer. Customs. Matter of fact, if you were to go on and look for a job for Border Patrol, it's going to say U.S. Customs / federal agent. Border Security. But these teachers, they're under the police now. Police answer to ICE. That's who they answer to. And you know, I'm a Second Amendment gun owner. Sorry, pew pew owner. All right. So if I go out, hurt someone, and then point my pew pew to an officer, any uniform of the law, what's going to happen to me? I'm going to be in the mortuary. That's where you're going to find me, at a mortuary. And then my obituary is going to be hung up. And why is that? Because I made a stupid decision. Now, according to my daughter's teachers, that's because the cops killed me. Not because I made a bad choice. Not because I aimed it because my intention was pure on where I was going. But the cop had another way. I'm sorry. If I'm an officer of the law, and somebody comes at me with the same way I would in a scenario, I ain't gonna just not pew pew first and ask questions later. And as for this infant getting tear gassed, I've heard this a lot too. So I'm gonna go with this. If you have your child out so you can go hold a sign, what do you think's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? You can't fix stupid. You can't. These people, their brains are fried. I swear. All right, I'm also going to go with this one. You learned in school right from wrong, didn't you? You learned what was going to happen if you made a wrong choice. You learned what was going to happen if you made a right choice. Why in the hell are we out there acting like we're stupid? We don't know what right and wrong is no more. Yeah, I could do this all day, but I don't want to. None of us should have to talk to adults like they're kids. You made a wrong choice. Deal with it. Own up to it. I tried to run over a freaking ICE agent. Guess what? You died. Why? Because you're stupid. Some of these officers served in Iraq, okay? Afghanistan, okay? Are they going to do what they did there to survive? And what was that? They shot first, asked questions later. Are they going to do it now, regardless of where they're at? Oh, yeah. Because that's what they do. He saw his life flashing before his eyes, and he pulled that trigger. What any person would have done. But now we're going to paint this picture that it was unjustifiable, shouldn't have happened. It didn't need to go that way. It didn't. Well, what? He was supposed to let her hit him? I mean, I wouldn't have. I would have done the same thing. I would. So, and deep down, these people know they would have done it too, even though they're in the comment section acting totally different. Because it's their mindset, man. They can't be wrong. They got to fight for the thing. Whatever this thing is they're fighting for. I don't even know. Okay, and now we're going to talk about Kid Rock's song where he said, I like them younger or some shit. He didn't say kids. He just said he liked them younger. 18, 19, possibly. It's of age. I don't see where they're going with this. But I can tell you this. I know someone who did get an age range and who was in a music video, and his name was Eminem, when he said, hey, kitty kitties, on my lap. Santa's back with a brand new rap. And who played Eminem and who played Santa in the song? Eminem. So if we're just going to paint rap songs into reality, well, then we might want to look over there. Just saying. Last I knew a song was a song and didn't have any pure reference to it. But then we're going to pinpoint Ball with the Ball that has been around and rocked several stadiums since 1999, including Woodstock. Yeah, you can watch that full concert, by the way. But we're going to forget all that and try to erase Kid Rock's history like they're trying to erase Michael Jackson's history. See, that's what they do when you're gone or you don't fit the narrative they want. They just try to erase you. Have we heard any new cases on Michael Jackson recently in the past few years? Oh, that's right. He's gone. We needed a new target. They picked one, Bill Cosby. Yeah, ruined his image. And that's what they did. They ruined his image. Because that's what they do. When you're no longer useful or no longer side to their narrative. They're weird as fuck, guys. I'm telling you, these people are brain dead. They're just weird. I don't understand them. I don't want to understand them. And you know what's sad is I said I wouldn't let political bother me. But it wasn't until this Super Bowl where we had a Spanish-speaking Bad Bunny character up on stage singing. And not even in English, but in Spanish. And this guy is going to come over here and yeah, burn American flags, dress up as something, and then put him on a Super Bowl and act like he's a worldwide entertainer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not buying that shit for a minute. Nope. And I don't have to, and neither should you guys. Yeah. I'm going to make shorts later. I'm going to show you Bad Bunny's numbers, and then I'm going to show you Michael Jackson's numbers to show the proof like I've always done. But try to erase Michael Jackson like he didn't exist out of a Super Bowl is just ridiculous. But you're going to leave Beyonce, who's been there twice. We're going to cut out so many different people. Yeah, I'm not happy about it. But we're going to leave Usher. We're not going to bring up Prince. They didn't even bring up Prince as the top 10. They put up all the mainstream around him. I bet you Prince drew better numbers than Bad Bunny with malaria. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. But this whole situation, I know he was a plant, okay? I know he was. You can't tell me we need a multi-platinum Grammy winner and then have him win a Grammy just right before the Super Bowl to make it sound even better. Come on. And then try to say that he had more views than any other entertainer. Okay. But you know what's funny is, if you Google up TPUSA and say what was the best Super Bowl halftime show of all time, TPUSA just shows up. I took a screenshot of that, by the way, so I got proof of that. And I'll post that into my shorts as well, so it'll be there. Well, my clips, because I'm just going to make it into a clip. And I'll do what I normally do. I'll make a clip and I'll show me typing and stuff where you can actually follow through and see where I get all my info. And I'll probably start with that one just because it was in my drop feeds and I had to click on it. And when I did, that was what shot up at 5 million views. But they lied about TPUSA because they were on TV and they didn't even tally the TV numbers. That's how biased they are. They went off of only YouTube. It went live on TBN and another station on TV, but they didn't pull those numbers. Why is that? Why didn't we get those numbers? Why are we getting only YouTube? They know something. They know, and they're not going to tell you. But I'm going to tell you. They know. TPUSA had a way better turnout than what they want you to believe. That's why they only showed the YouTube numbers. Which, by the way, I also have a screenshot of the numbers that was at 5 million at the first start of it to prove that. So we are holding at 5 million, but what was the TV views? It was more than 5 million, wasn't it? You weren't going to tell it. You can't. So you short the narrative down. I'm hoping TPUSA gets the real numbers from TV so we can add all those up because I would really like to know. Somebody knows something and somebody ain't saying something. All right. So enough about that area. Back to the topic here of today's whole lesson. If anybody watches this, you win stupid prizes when you make stupid decisions. I'm leaving it at that. Anyways, you guys have a good Tuesday. Oh, no, this is Wednesday now. Sorry, I'm a third shifter, so my days are all screwed up. But you guys have a good day and try to stay shape and stay in a good state of mind and not let any of this stupid shit get to you. Mine's been building for a couple weeks and it just had to come out. So, see you guys later.